Okay, are we live? Are we live this time? Did it work? Bananas in chat, Platinum Doodles, the official Blaze, Tree, Timmy, Smartin, Ian Ballasy, Cool Patrick, Dear Shemmy, The Physics, M606, Joel Kip, River Magic, appreciate all the bananas, Chinny Seal, Chinese AI, do appreciate it, Spoff, Topaz, RB Crafter, The Lumpy One. Cheers, peeps. Thank you for all the bananas. So we're back again, you know, for another time. And bear with me here. I just want to make sure. I want to look at something. Yeah, I want to export my my video immediately at that. I'm going to upload our little story mode thing to my second channel. I think it'll be hilarious. Anyway, we're here. We're doing it. Let's get all of my things sorted out on my screen because of story mode messing everything up. So. It's Jimmy, not Timmy, but whatever. Butcher name lol. It is Jimmy. I don't know why I say it with a T. Just consider it, you know, your little perk, your little thing. I don't know. Right. So what's next on the agenda? We did the map room in the first part of the stream. Then we got distracted by story mode. Found out they're trying to charge us money for it. So we can work on the Logfellow tunnel, finish the pig farm, or do the passive mob farm. I got some work to do over there. Actually, I like the sounds of checking out the pigman farm on our way to the passive mob farm. That sounds like a really good thing to do. Hathor says, why is part of your base blocked off? There is spoilers back there. There's loads of spoilers. They're all over the place. They're running around. They're trying to jump in the video, so I just sort of like put a wall up there. Let's put our paper in here. We don't need that. Where we're going. We don't need that. Where are we going to put our saddle? Somewhere around here there is a chest of saddles. There it is. Bam. I've got a noise in my ear. It's a new subscriber. It is Cosmic Spaced Dingoes. Cosmic Spaced Dingoes, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Have a shuffle on me. Hope you're enjoying it. I got 66 levels. Just noticed that. Wait, what happened with story mode, says WGZ Bros. We decided not to play it because it costs money. And I thought that was a rip. I'm really not a fan of DLC or like built-in pay schemes. I understand some of the arguments for it, but because I've grown up with never having that, it just feels so like, you know, games ship out with the content on the disc that you have to pay extra for. What we had, the equivalent of, when I was growing up, you young'uns, what we had was like, some games came with an expansion disc, and they always felt like afterthoughts. It was always like they released the game and then later on they, you know, made a new campaign and put it on a second disc. And you could argue maybe they could have put it all in one, but it seemed to work. At least it worked for me. I didn't mind it then because, yeah, you know, development was different back then. Let's focus. Let's focus. That's a great idea because I'm not doing anything right now. You're being conned. You came over here to see X play Minecraft. He's just standing around chatting. We need some sand and we... Oh, I know where to get glass from. Okay, I know where we're getting glass from. So really all we need to do is grab a healthy amount of bone meal and then pop off through the secret entrance and make sure we got our wings. Yes, our wings are needed. Let's go do this, peeps. Let's go on an adventure. Bam, right there. Hi, X just joined, says Pasty Masher. Welcome to the stream, buddy. X, why do you pronounce tutorial like tutorial? Isn't it meant to be tutorial? Says Venoms. I'm pretty sure it's tutorial. I don't know. I don't make tutorials, remember. I make tutorials, so it's a bit different, you know. Terminology, peeps. Terminology. Whoa, whoa, ow! No! What? We missed it. Right, I'm going to just collide. That's how I get down. That's how I roll. Right, can we get some pre-made glass over here? Yep, that would be nicer than having to stand around and wait for it to smelt. Did I just see? That's actually what we're after here. I don't think we need a lot either. There you go. There's a bit more. And how much more can we get over here? I'm sure one of these chests has loads of the stuff. There you go. 2 more. I reckon that's actually enough. So off we go. Jake Skate says, hey X, hope all is well. Really like the tower addition to your base. I'm glad you like it. Lots of peeps seem to have enjoyed that. It's nice to get good feedback on stuff. To be fair, it didn't quite turn out how I envisioned, but what I've learned a lot about doing building lately is that things don't really quite turn out to your vision, but once you get something going, you've got to steer it in the right direction, right? You know? Especially if you're building with confined spaces. So we're going to check on the pigment farm while we do this. And Pinky says, I thought it was all story mode. It was, until we had to pay for it. Manhar says, Fug Life Assumer is here. Better hold on to your seats. There you go. Apparently I'm now Fug Life. Ah, delicious. Delicious stuff. What are you going to do this live stream? Says FDFCVXCVGESGF. Also known as... we're going to be doing bits and bobs all over the place. All over the place. Hey X, your Blaze farm was really laggy. Any suggestions? Voss the Boss shouldn't be laggy. If something is laggy with a farm like that, it could be that something else is wrong on the server. If perhaps for some reason there are lots and lots of blazes inside of it, actually that might be it. How many blazes do you have stored up? It will lag your frames if you get a lot of them stored up. That's not a farm issue, that's a Minecraft issue. We also got a resubscribe for 3 months in a row. It is Prazel1. Thank you for resubscribing, do appreciate it. So we have done all of the top 2 rings, and then lime green here is yeah, is like not even half done. Oh no, what have we done? Oh, but you've seen me do this before. And my elytra didn't actually engage, I just whacked into the slime blocks. Okay, well that saved us then, didn't it? I've left a mess up here apparently. So back down we go. I've got a feeling I actually blocked this off wherever it goes. No I didn't. No I didn't. Stubborous says, X, that's exactly how I write music. You have one idea of how you want it to sound, but once you get started finding that steering in one direction or another allows it to become something completely different than what you had originally imagined. Stub, I also used to write music. I have experienced that. Absolutely. I have also, though, I've also experienced sitting down and having a song like jump out of my like head onto you know, the music as if it was already there and it just came out. I remember it really vividly because yeah, I had all of my computer equipment in another room and I'd set it all up for making music. Had all the instruments there, drum kit, just, you know, spent like a week working on music, and then this one day it was like 12 at night, and then all of a sudden I'm up to like 5 in the morning just sitting there writing the entire song out, and it's 9 minutes long, and it just came bam like that. It just rolled out, wrote every single bit. It had 2 guitar tracks, a bass line, drums, like 3 or 4 synth tracks, and it just totally went like that. And it was crazy. And that's probably, actually, it's probably the only time that's ever happened. Okay, that happened once, yeah. I don't know, a few other songs have come out very smooth. Play some of your music, X's Balls of Wax. I can't because of, you know, copyright and all of that. But you can listen to it on YouTube if you go to Soulside Eclipse. There's a handful of tracks available there. Asuma, how did you broke the bedrock? Did you use Magma's device? ETN Gaming, I used Lazy Chunks and Dragon Eggs. Of course, what else would it be? You know, breaking bedrock. Just some old Lazy Chunks, just a few Dragon Eggs. It's the logical thing to do, isn't it? I know what you're thinking. I should have thought of that. If you watch my Hermitcraft episodes, you'll see how it's all done. If your music career had took off, says Jolie Creates. I don't know like what the rest of that question is or isn't. I mean, I'd love to have done music as a career. I hope I can still do that maybe in the future as well. I don't know. I don't know how it would work, because music is like... Music's a strange one, because to me it's not like music can be a formula, you know? Music can't be like you suss it out and you know how to make it work. And this is going to sound a little bit strange, but YouTube is like that. Once you figure out how YouTube works, you know how to do your Minecraft thing and make it work on YouTube, then you're good to do this and have fun, right? Music, to me, I don't see a formula like that, unless I were to perhaps come to YouTube with, you know, let's say like a bit of comedy with the playing of instruments or doing those sort of like cover compilation videos, then maybe there's a bit of a way to make that work. Otherwise, you know, you gotta make like really good music and somehow find an audience of people that like it enough to, you know, sell records constantly, and that's just, that to me seems crazy. Like, I like really odd music and I write odd music, so I don't see that ever happening. Now I filled that up to here. Have I done the same thing at the other end? I just don't know. Do you do vocals in your music, Asuma? Kurai, I do not. I have written vocal parts, but I've never recorded vocals of my own or anyone else's for the music. So yeah, I've done it on that side, but over here it's all different, isn't it? So yeah, can you / do you sing, X, says Wyram? No, no, I don't. Also, does that need to be there? I had a feeling there was a reason not to put it there. Whatever that reason is now, I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I basically I could sing and it would be awful, and I have sung and it was awful. Ofer Surfer Gaming says, X riddle for you, what kind of room has no doors or windows? A room without doors or windows? That could literally be the answer, couldn't it? I feel like the answer is either something unrelated but it's like a clever little link, or there's actually a type of room that doesn't have doors and windows. Like what room does? How do you get into it? What's going on in that room if it's got no doors and windows? I don't know. RB Crafter says, do you have a musical education? I don't, entirely self-taught. Hey X, have you played Windows 10 Minecraft? I haven't. How long do we have until Windows 10 edition isn't free? That's what I'd like to know. So I'm thinking of building this thing up. And the question is, do I want to build it with a gap around the outside? Or do I want to just build it up? I think we clearly need to fix up the walls here. Oh, I almost fell down there. I don't think having... See, this redstone's sort of essential for the wall. I think what we're going to do is build the wall up here, upwards. I don't think we need to have that particularly there. So that means this side is already set to go and there's a whole bit behind it to fill in. So all I need to do really is at either end is dig out these walls going across up to the top. So we'll do that now. We'll dig them down, see how it goes. Windows 10 is free if you bought the PC version. It's free for a year, but I can't remember how long it was for. Also, everyone's getting Windows 10 installing without their consent, and I can't get it. Like, my computer just doesn't want to give me Windows 10. I had to get it from a different computer, and I don't know if it'll even install on mine. Mrs. Squirrely says, my computer made me update to Windows 10. It wouldn't let me refuse to update anymore. Happened to a lot of people, really cheeky stuff that Microsoft are doing. Yeah, we all rely on Windows too much, and I think Microsoft are pushing their weight a little bit. Like, it would be good consumer behaviour to move away from it if you could, but, you know, it's Windows, like... And that's the problem with having a monopoly, is that they'll get away with doing stuff like this now. You know, what are you going to do? Use Linux? I know people use Linux. If you know how to use it, you're probably already using it. But I couldn't use Linux. I don't know how to program. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. So yeah. We also got a new subscriber. Let's turn around. Have a looky over here. Leah Ben has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Do hope you're enjoying this live stream. Have a shuffle on me. Oh, that made my elytra look funny for a second there, didn't it? And May School says, has Linux. I know you've got Linux, May School. I know you've got all the Linux. I'm just saying, for the average person, switching to something like Linux is going to be a headache, you know. You need some programming knowledge. A lot of stuff involves you having to make it work as opposed to it just working by default. That's my experience with Linux, which was probably 10 years ago, so it may be different now. I don't know. Hazambas says, I'm on Mac, so I have no Windows SO. Mac is so much easier. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Macs. Macs are alright, just less things, because it's closed in, less things, you know, work on it. So this is the whole difference. Like, Mac is a closed-in product. It means, like, they authorize and develop everything, or give permission to develop. So there's less stuff on it, but it's far more reliable because it's all-inclusive. You know, all the hardware and stuff is like its own specifications. Windows is part of like the PC's open platform. You can put whatever you like in your PC, you know, all sorts of different hardware, and therefore compatibility wise you can run into more problems, but then again it's open source, so anyone can like make a program on a PC. I'm not sure how that works for Mac. I think you can make a program but not have it legitimately released or something. I don't know. Macs are bad for gaming, says Brookie. Possibly bad. I've never really gamed on a Mac. You can run anything you want on a Mac in it. Not so much. Maybe. Could be so. Let's... Oh, Quinn Acres says, how is Windows Forced Update much different from Apple's? I've not experienced a forced update, but I imagine it's a case of like you accept what you're used to. So if Apple had always just made their systems automatically update, then that would just be what they do. People use Windows because you don't get forced into doing stuff like that, right? Although apparently now we might be getting forced into it. Anyway, I mean, it's really insensitive of them to do that, because Windows 10 isn't just going to work with everything. There's going to be problems, and by forcing people into it, they may have just, you know, cost someone a lot of time and effort, which is really bad. It definitely happened to me. Like, I bet you I wouldn't be able to render videos if I swapped over, at least not with my proper graphics card, because I got a strange, funky setup. That's why I'm very hesitant about moving over to Win 10. Okay, let's do it like that. Oh, no, that's the way Oh no, I could get down there first. Wait for me. Ah, yes. Take that, Derpasuma. Take that. Yes, that was the best. That was some amazing reactions. Oh, no derp for you today. No derp for you today. You thought me had me there, didn't you? Look at that chat. I'm looking at it right now. RIP, RIP, GG, lol. And then it's going to go, oh, save. GG, derp. That was intense. That was awesome. See, it turned around. Everyone's saying GG now. Nice save. Amazing. Talk about timing. Photon Burst says that's a clip. That might have just been a clip, yeah. A stream clip. Oh! Say what? Did I have to put 2 there? Okay, fair enough. Hey! Oh, I wanted to land on that. Alright then. I don't have instant mine. I didn't bring my beacon. I came over here to do some digging. My beacon's back at my base. I've been here before. I've been here before. Yeah, that was a really good save, wasn't it? Could never do that again if I tried, but that was definitely a cool save. Oh, I'm not sure if I want to do this now without the beacon. It's not the worst digging because it's only a small strip, but we've got to do it on both sides. Man, why can I never remember to just bring a beacon with me? I'm going to write on my notes. I'm going to fight a wither and get another beacon. And where are my notes? Fight wither, get beacon. Get bacon? What? Get the bacon? On what does this channel consist of, says Incatus. I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Morgan Horn here with a donation saying, enjoying my time watching you stream and the awesome episodes on YouTube. Brackets 500 for the win. Thank you, mate. No problem at all, buddy. Thank you for the donation. Hope you continue to enjoy the videos. I'm glad you like episode 500. You know, I put in so much effort into that one, and it turned out great. Like, I've done Evil Asuma before. Maybe it's just a case of time going by, but it feels like this time round there was a lot more of a stronger response for like the special episode, which is terrific. So glad you enjoyed it. Blazerod says Wims80, and we got to resubscribe. It's Mrs. Squirrely resubscribing for 2 months in a row. Thank you so much for all the support. Do appreciate it. We're going to fill this in with cobble. What I've been doing before is filling in the gaps with diorite. In fact, we can just use diorite because it will go back by 1. Iskal won't be pleased, let me tell you that. Hey X, did you ever listen to the new Kills album? I have not listened to that one. And Indiana Bones died earlier today, which is really unfortunate. Some of you pointing that out in chat. Yeah, we lost Indy. That's a downside to things. Oh, inventory before, eh? Inventory before. Oh, that sucks. Wow, that almost killed me. All the way to the top we go. Hash Brown says, how much time did it take to make episode 500? Well, it was made over the course of like 5 or 6 days. So in terms of hours, like I can't really tell you, because there would be times when I'd be, you know, doing a little bit each day here and there, and other times when I'd be doing lots of stuff each day. So Suma, when you do some community event like episode 500, can you please choose me? Manhar, that is, you know, it's impossible to be equal to everyone and to give everyone the same opportunity, because I just need to, like, when I get that moment where it's like, okay, I can do this now, I need to go and do it. I can't have polls. I can't create some sort of system to give everyone an equal chance. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work like that, and it was the the patrons who I hang out with and talk with like a fair bit that are active on Discord that were just there, and it's like, hey, are you guys free? And they're like, yep. You want to help out? Yep. And then stuff happens. That's the way it works, basically. Otherwise it would never get done. It would never get done. I had someone messaging me so that it was unfair, that I should have made a polling system and asked when people are around. It just doesn't work like that, because I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it when like time becomes available, and so yeah, that's just unfortunately sometimes how those things work. Totally Peg says, X, I have depression and your videos really help me every day. I hope you read this and feel good about yourself. Well, thank you, buddy. I hope you can feel better about yourself as well. Depression is a real thing. I'm in no way qualified to give you any advice. I don't really have anything to say other than, I'm glad you enjoy the videos. I hope you can get through it. I hope you can find your way to a better day. How about that? Okay. This is looking much better now. Now that we're getting rid of all of our diorite. When does 666 come out? Well, it could be a year or two. I don't know how many episodes I'm doing on average a year, but it'll be a long way off. Basically, I picked that one because of the number, right? And maybe I could have done it sooner, but I had just such a special idea. I thought, just leave it. That day will come round, and then you'll have something truly crazy to put to it. And oh yeah, it's going to be a special. Exodus has forgotten his tea again. I haven't forgotten. It's still here. Let's have a sip. Story mode says Mr. Siku. No, it costs money, so we were like, nope, no thanks. Kavank says hearts for the moderators. Hearts in chat for the mods. Just because of that guy. Just because of that guy. What are your PC specs, says the back bear. There they are, look. Both of them helping you out, giving you the links you need. You don't have to ask me as well. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say. No, don't shoot me. Oh, we've walked into hell. Quick, quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my giddity god. I need to eat. Right. Recover health. Fend off the horde. Quick. Do it now. Creeper. Die. Die quickly. What? Invincible creeper. Blooming arrow goes into him and it doesn't hurt him. What is going on? Can't hit him with my sword. Get away. Get out of it. What is going on here? What is going on? Right, you, blow up. Yes. Hurt that guy. Great. Great stuff. Oh my goodness. Let's get out of here, alright? Oh, panicking like Anakin I was. That was crazy. That was crazy. Ponybutt says that creeper clearly had hacks. Man, like, I hit him with an arrow, I hit him with another one, he dodged the arrow. I hit him with my sword, nothing happened. I'm like, what's going on, Minecraft? What is going on? You trying to kill me? Oh. Top 3 favourite bands in no particular order, says Schmidt Ranger. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I'd say Dimmu Borgir and Rollins band. Oh, and who else? Maybe Metallica. Like, Metallica are just incredible. So many bands. There's so many bands. Can never name them all. Hey X, I'm back. What happened? Says Operish. Indiana Bones got killed. We tried to play story mode. They tried to take my money. And we're back here doing amazing stunts. Dropping out of the sky, stopping our redstone from getting destroyed, and doing other stuff as well. Who's on the server, says MPTTS. Full Siniscow. X, please bring the bacon. Which bacon is this? Oh, I got steak, not bacon. Cyber Banan says, panicking like Anakin, may the dirt be with you. I love it. That's great. Your boy Troy says, just join the channel right into action. Good time to join then. Why this would definitely be quicker to get the beacon. Right, let's go get the bacon. I'm gonna go get the beacon. That is what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I want to have another sip of tea. Aurelix Bum says Iskau is a funky Swede. He is a funky Swede, isn't he? I claim this name says, why can we only send a message every 2 minutes? So that chat is slow and I can actually read it. If it weren't for that, then I wouldn't be reading chat. It's a bit of a yin-yang. Where did I put that glass? I know I put that glass somewhere. Did I put it in here? I put it in there. Let's go back. And we got a new subscriber. Here it is. Stubberius. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, my friend. Whoa, there we go. Have a shuffle on me. Thank you for your support. Hope you enjoyed today's stream, where we are just being dirt-plastic as ever. Right, we're off to get the bacon. Topaz says, hey Xpanda4994 made a bomb disarm challenge. I'd love to see you try to figure it out. You can find the video and map downloading this channel. I've seen that. It's on my playlist. I haven't got around to watching it yet. Acecrafted Streaming says, hey X, 1.10 Pre-2 is out. You're going to make an update video. I'm not. I unfortunately completely missed it. If you want to see what's in it, go check out Doc M's video on it. Juisley says, WTF, I just subscribed. I tell you what, Juisley, give it a minute, maybe it'll come through. Tooley Peg says, what do you think 1.11 will include? I don't know. I hope slabs and stairs. It's about time we need the builders update, right? Like, why not slabs and stairs? Cubity First says, what inspired you to make Hermitcraft? I didn't make Hermitcraft, therefore I wasn't inspired to make it. Polywag says, episode 500 was really episode 499, winky face. Was it now? Was it now, eh? X, you messed up your thumbnail for episode 502. You put Logfellas Railway, not the tower. That's not messed up, that's exactly what I wanted it to be. Do you know what happens? As soon as I go to the whole put the what's in the video in the thumbnail, people start moaning that I didn't put what was in the last video. It's just the thumbnail's the thumbnail, alright? Just don't even worry about it. Oh, this is the spoilers way into my base. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. No spoilers. Let's fly off. Go down here. There we go. That's not actually so bad, is it? Get around to this side really quick. Alright, sweet. Hey Asuma, do you recognise my name? Probably not, because I was the guy with the broken Enderman farm. Well, it wasn't working because the Endermite wasn't naturally spawned. I used an Endermite spawn egg. You cheaty! Cheaty, that's what it was. It's because you cheated. No, I'm joking. Well, now you know. That's why you don't cheat, peeps. That is why you don't cheat. Let's put the iron in here. Right, bone meal, gravel, all sorts of things that need to go in all sorts of chests. Let's start shuffling about, moving them around. Got glass over here that needs to go, so I don't even know what to do with all this stuff anymore. I do actually have a chest for glass, and it is going to be the last one that I look in. There it is. What did I tell you? Last one we look in. Okay. We also got one for gunpowder. Cool. Alright, so we came back here to get the beacon. Get the beacon bacon, must not forget. Alright, here we go. Oh! Danny12, or Danny21 says, I hope they add dyeable end rods. I saw that suggestion. Oh, I wanted to go check and see what people replied to me on that. I saw that and I thought, wouldn't it be great if you could right-click it with a dye and it changed the base, right? And then when you break it, it gives you the dye back. And also, what if you could click on it with particular materials and change the rod shape? That would be so awesome, I think. I imagine that's probably going to get overlooked a bit. But it'd be such a great way to make a light source customizable, you know, really give people the details. X, what do you think of the PvP part of Minecraft, says Frenzy? I think it was fine. I don't know why they messed with it. It just seems it's now sort of the same thing, but a bit more boring. I don't know, a bit slower. Leah Ben says you could save so much time if you just labelled your chest. Yeah, I would, wouldn't I? I'd put signs on them. I don't know why I haven't put. I do know why I haven't put signs on it. It's because I was going to build the automated filling system, but that's going to get moved somewhere else later on. So the reason I haven't put signs on it is because I plan on moving it all later. So you know, it looks lazy, but there is a reason why. But it still doesn't make any sense. Still doesn't make any sense not to put signs on it. Hey Asuma, what's the plan with the Hermitcraft server? Is there a certain date or will it end Or will it end, or will it release on 1.10? Or stay on 1.9 forever? We'll upgrade. We'll upgrade when the time is right. Juicy says, it shows I'm a subscriber, but I didn't get a shout out, please. Oh, did it? Let's have a look. Oh, it doesn't. I don't know what's going on there. Either way, Juicy, thank you for subscribing, my friend. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it messed up, but I appreciate your support. And welcome to the channel. Techie says, hey X, what did I miss? A whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of things. Lily says, when people put X in the chat, it just looks like they're putting kisses on it. It sort of does. Amazing. Hey Kiss, how's it going? Just like that. Try to do an American accent. Oh, Hash Brown, don't get me to try. I can never do accents on the spot. Like, if I do one spontaneously, then that's that, but otherwise I don't like doing them on the spot. Woohoo! Or by request. Okay, down we go. Gotta wait for the GUI. There it is. Beacon beam in the air. Give us that haste too. Cheers. Right, let's go. Let's go do this. Let's eat our food and... Oh, we didn't have too much far to go down, actually. It kind of looked like a lot further. But we'll get it, don't worry. Cairo Monk says, what's the best way to learn about how to make appealing builds? Trial and error. Builds... Build until it looks terrible, then make it look less terrible slowly. You misspelled Somus again. Oh, I'm terrible, I know. I'm a bad person. Right. Kinetic energy, we experienced it. Right, let's go down. Now, how much quicker is that? That is amazing. That is amazing. Game changing right there. The game will forever be the same. That made no sense. Any passive mobs spawned in your farm, Asuma, says Stokesy. Nope. We've got to do that whole thing with Tango to get to the next step. Got to go rename his chickens. I was planning on doing that in a live stream. Then I decided to do that in a video. Then I didn't do that in a video. I should probably add that to my list of things to do in my next episode. Which is open. Let's add that in quickly. Eggs, Tango, spawn, farm. That'll make so much sense to me later on. I'll know exactly what that means. 127 followers. As a programmer, I love this number. It's the highest you can go with a single byte, says WG Bros. I knew that 127 was a programming number because of 128, but you start with 0. But I think I might get that completely wrong. I might have just got that entirely wrong. Actually, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I've seen various numbers crop up, and I know what bits and bytes are to some extent. Actually, I'm not sure I even do. Oh, can you do it as a collab with Tango? Says Manhar. Very unlikely, because when our times cross over, it's when I've just woken up and it's when he's dead tired after a day of making videos, or an evening even. So, unfortunately for me and Tango, like, there's not really a great time to collab really. But we chat sometimes. Oh, Marilyn Miner says, are you into Peaky Blinders? I was. I liked Season 1, Season 2 was okay, and then Season 3's been a bit of a drag, really. To me, it feels like... I don't know, it just doesn't really feel like I'm that invested in what's going on anymore. It just feels a bit... So, I stopped watching that one, unfortunately. 255 is the highest value of a byte, says Brantafors. There you go. I don't know if that's true or not, but Brantafors says it is. Okay, so oh, this is actually going to go all the way down because we want to make the bit there look good as well, right? Yeah, of course we do. Why would we not? Why would we not want to do that? Oh, there you go. Juicy has resubscribed for 2 months in a row. Thank you for resubscribing, my friend. There you go. It went through. How long did that take, buddy? That was weird, wasn't it? Twitch is being twitchy. That's what they say. That's what they say. Hi, there's a zombie down there. And there's 2 more with cobblestone. They're bringing me cobble. They say build a wall. They're Trump supporters. Oh, let's go fill this up with some diorite. Do you know what they call Trump supporters? Trumpers. Oh, let's not do that. Okay. Oh, did I? Oh, I bumped into one. Okay, lots of talk about numbers and programming now in chat. And now, yeah, everyone's arguing about that. Let's do this. Can I get out if I go down here? Oh, I've actually got to dig down further, so we've still got this bit to do. They're still here. They're saying, build a wall, build a wall. They should be called trumpets, says Kentish. And when there's only Trump and Hillary, hard to know what to do, says Marilyn Miner. Did Bernie Sanders not get the thing? I forget how the whole system works, but doesn't he have to get a vote or something? And he didn't get it. Oh! Oh, I saw one spawn. Oh! Get out of my base. Get out of my farm. You're not a passive mob. You're a dead mob. You're dead to me, zombie. Balls of Wax says, I can program, guys, give me attention. I don't think that's quite how it's going. I think people are just saying what's on their mind when they're seeing their favourite numbers. Hey X, how did you make the Hermitcraft server, says Lava Dip. I didn't make it. That's how I made it. How cool is that? That story is done with. Let's throw that up there somewhere. There we go. Hillary clinched the nomination. Oh dear. That's unfortunate. Schmidt Ranger says Hillary, don't want someone who's racist and sexist running the country. Yeah, but it's the lesser of two evils, is it not? Usually how voting works. Ian Ballasy says, yesterday Hillary gained enough votes that she is the nomination without any additional votes. That is depressing, I guess. Right, let's chuck this up here. And what we're going to do next, we're going to go to the other side. We're going to... Do we need a shovel? We do need a little bit of sand to drop in because we've got some water over there. And what else are we going to do? GP says Kanye for 2016. My days. There's this movie called Idiocracy that's amazing. That's like in the future. And the president's just got a gun. And like when he wants to give a speech, he just shoots his gun off. It's so funny. Oh, that movie's great. Okay, let's start digging. I love comedy movies. I mean, who doesn't like comedy, right? Love a good comedy movie. That's definitely got some comedy in it. Bender for 2016, says Weasel. Hey, is there a command block for the health regen when you have full hunger bar? No, that's 1.9. That's a feature of the update. Believe it or not. That's the thing. I figured you would like Hillary Clinton because of how liberal your views are, says Jericho. I'm not aware that my views are liberal. I don't really understand the difference, to be fair. Like a lot of those Democratic, Republican, it all sort of seems like the same mentality to me. The reason I'm like, I don't want to get too political, but here's why I'm not keen on either of the candidates. Hillary may be a woman, and it may be like a good thing to have a woman president, but at the end of the day, like the point of having a woman president is that gender is irrelevant, and it really has nothing to do with her candidacy. It's like, from what I understand, she is involved in a lot of business with some of the nastier people in the world, you know, arms traders, things like that. And, you know, this is the problem with your candidates, is that they all come from between business and, you know, like a lot of American governments are basically between business and government. So, you know, whoever this person is, whoever that person is, chances are they're probably, like, you know, on the board of some oil tycoon company. They go back and forth between. And so these people, whose interest they got at heart, you know? The companies that they've been working with. Choco Cow says, man, I watch Minecraft to escape politics. I apologise. But that's the deal, man. Like, politics is boring for a reason, because they don't want people interested in it. That's exactly why. Thoughts on Bernie Sanders, said someone in chat. Well, he's not going to be the candidate. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of stuff, but I'll tell you what the thing that made me go, this guy's interesting, is I was watching a speech of his. In fact, I wasn't even watching a speech. Apparently, if I remember correctly, it was a bird landed on his shoulder, and apparently that was news, or something like that. So I'm watching this speech. Okay, bird lands on his shoulder, alright. And then he just started going, world peace, no more wars. And my jaw dropped. I was like, I have never heard a politician just so openly say that before, and I am totally on board with that. Totally against war. Absolutely. That's why I would prefer that guy. And again, you know, hardly followed any of the stuff, but no bits and bobs. See, this is the thing, like, because I'm talking to all of you and I'm thinking, man, I've got an audience here. I also want you to know how terribly uneducated I can be on particular things, right? So I don't want to talk about this like, hey, I've been studying this, I've been learning the ins and outs, and this is what you need to know about these people. I'm just going to tell you, hey, here's my whim of an idea. Ian Ballasy says, two-party system in the US, completely broken at this point. Only times in the last 150 years that the US government system has done anything good for the people is when there is a viable third party. Maybe true, maybe true. I don't know. I don't know the history of America that well, or that much at all, to be fair. So yeah, let's keep going down. Why would you care about American politics? Aren't you from Britain? Says Cool Dude. Because if it's like if something happens somewhere else in the world, it can affect you, right? You know. If, let's say, I don't know if you're from Britain or not, but let's say Britain decided that people shouldn't be making YouTube videos, you'd be affected. I'd disappear. Other people would disappear. Might not be affected like, you know, in a big way, but it affects you. You know, everything is interlinked. Everything is connected, regardless. Nothing is separate from anything. Everything's connected on one level. We all came from the same cosmic stardust, remember? Or so they say, if you believe in the Big Bang. If you don't, then it's all from something else. Do you know a good brand that makes good gaming PCs between £400 and £600, X, says Ducky Rao. I don't, but I'd highly recommend you pick up a computer mag and read the latest reviews they got on computers. They always do budget articles, at least the ones that I read do. Surely be able to find something for that price for you. Mr. Barney says, I'm 18 and I'm Belgian. It's really hard to understand all of what you are saying about politics. Oh, well, next time I say something about it, I'll try and make it a little bit easier to understand. I mean, let's start off with the first thing, right? The we're all connected. Like, you can't escape it. We're all on the same planet together. We're all in the same universe. Like, something that people can do in one place can affect people in another. Now, if I, you know, lean out my window and shout, "Oi!" You know, maybe that doesn't affect you. Probably doesn't, does it? But there are things that can happen over here that could affect you. You know, the butterfly effect, things like that. Maybe. Sapphire Gem says X is a hippie. Don't call me a hippie. I don't like hippies. Definitely not a hippie. See, this is a bad thing with labels in general, really, is that, you know, I might consider myself to be an ist or part of an ism, and what I've learnt over time is that other people have different views about what ists and isms are. Especially if you go read YouTube comments. I mean, that's a great way to get a headache or a brain tumour. Just go read some YouTube comments. You're like, oh my god, what is wrong with people? You know, like, you'll go in there. Like, let's say I've just watched a video. You know, someone's talking about this and that. What's a great topic that gets people divided in America? Healthcare, public healthcare. We have it here in the UK. It's incredible. It's amazing. You get hurt, you can go somewhere and get help. It's like a complete no-brainer. It's unbelievable that people have to pay for that. Like, that's, you know, that's life. That happens. You'll get hurt. You'll get knocked down. You'll need help. And the idea of paying for that, to me, is crazy. Now, you can go on YouTube, right? Let's say someone's talking about a public healthcare system in America. You'll go on YouTube and you'll find some comments from people like, what is wrong with these people that want public healthcare system? We'll have, you know, people mooching off of the welfare and destroying our society, and you know, a lot of this talk is related to ists and isms, and it's all just like everyone's got their own crazy opinion about stuff. And it's like, where's the compassion? Where's the compassion? Why can't we talk and like agree that people getting help is a good thing for one? You know, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying now. I just get annoyed by YouTube comments. I'm reading them like, why are you thinking like this? Smartin says, Assumanism, the religion that the entirety of the Assuminati members believe in. Assumanist, the person that believes in Assumerism. Oh great, you've created it. Opaca Cola says, your laugh is so dorky and cute it makes my heart melt. I'm sorry for making your heart melt. That was not its intended purpose, but I'm assuming that's a good thing. I didn't know that. That's like really like kind of made my day. That's an adorable comment. Thank you. I know you mean it in a good way. Joe Doob says, greedy corporations, the money but the hospitals and the insurance companies. I don't know what that statement was about. I'm with you on this one. Here in Italy we do have public healthcare and think it's really good, says Ash. It is great. It's a great thing. Caring for people is good. Hi. Go away! Oh, we made it go away. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. Right, okay, and Make It Go Away Part 2. We did it. Amazing. The sequel. Right. Part 3. Too much go away. There we go. Alright, so the lava's just going to flow out of here and... Oh, I'm thinking there's redstone here. There actually isn't, so... this could probably be a lot easier than me panicking about it. Do you know where Finland is? Says person in chat. I do know where Finland is. It's part of Scandinavia, mate. I was the sort of kid at school that liked looking at the map of the world and learning where the places were. I liked learning the flags. And that was just me. That was just what I liked doing. I was an OG. Original map enthusiast. Who knows? Let's have a read of this message from Texas Mudbag saying the problem is that too many people in America do like to leech off of the system, and the rich don't like their money being taken from them because they are greedy and everyone just cares about themselves. In addition, people like to be able to choose from their form of healthcare, not what is assigned to them. Two things. Right, we got a discussion there about wealth imbalance, and we got a discussion there about choice. I think the illusion of choice when it comes to healthcare is ridiculous. Like, I've never chosen what healthcare I get. I get it from the NHS, right? And I just, you know, a doctor sees you, you get help, and you get better. The play on choice to me, it's like a non-issue. It's like the NHS, if organised properly and correctly, and not having, you know, parts of it being privatised and then companies coming in and gutting it so that they can say this needs to be privatised more because it doesn't work properly because they're the people making it not work properly. That was a lot. It's like there you go, David Walker in chat, original geography enthusiast. So yeah, the idea of choice, it's like at the end of the day, like when you know, if you're in America, if you've been shot by someone, you just want to go to a hospital. You ain't looking for options, you know. I think it's an overplayed value. You know, choice is good, yeah, choice is a nice thing, but at the end of the day, you're talking about health. You need to see a doctor, and I think there's this idea perhaps that, you know, the best doctors are only going to be with the most expensive plans. Probably true to a degree, but how much of a difference does it really make? I don't know, but I'm guessing probably not a lot. You know, people seem to be alright in our country with whatever doctors we have. I'm sure they're not going to employ incompetent people. The second point you made was about wealth imbalance and people leeching. Like, you know, the top level of society is protecting itself. The richest control the media. They've got their hands in all sorts of pockets, including governments, right? So they're protecting their own interests. If you're hearing your newspaper, like The Sun, or The Scum, as I like to call it, talking about people scrounging and this country's going down the pan because of benefits, like, you need to look into the numbers, you need to do the research, you need to go behind the scenes and have a look, because chances are, in this country, and I know this for a fact, that people on welfare is marginal compared to corporate tax that doesn't get paid every year. It's ridiculous. You know, Google paid less tax than I did. So if you want to talk about contributing to society in your country, I've contributed more than Google has last year because they didn't pay a penny of tax money. They came over here, they deployed their business in our country and didn't give anything back for it, you know. Oh, Daniela says you're being anti-Semitic. I haven't even mentioned the Jewish faith in any way. There's no way I'm being anti-Semitic. Nor do I have any problem with Jewish people at all. I think that's a really like harsh stereotype, one that gets poked at through comedy a lot. It's quite a harsh one there with the whole money thing. Leah Ben there with a tea reminder. Thank you, my friends. I'll have a sip. Okay, so we done that. Let's go. Pico Wicco says private doctors were too much better when I was last ill. Now that's the thing, is that if you're living in a country, actually, well, I guess you're saying that you've had both. I don't know where you're from, Pico Wicco, but if you're from you know, a country that has both, chances are that the free healthcare system might not be as good as it could be because you have private enterprises taking away people. So if you've got a good doctor and you've got a private health system in your country, those people can get sucked away by the power and the wealth that the private sector has, so they can pay for the best doctors. Now if you got rid of, you know, private healthcare across the board, then all of those people would be in the public sector, and then more people would have better access to better healthcare when they need it. You know, it's all, everything's related to each other. You know, remember, we live in a capitalist society, so whenever you hear people putting down alternatives to it and saying it won't work in this environment, like, everything is already a product of being in this environment. So if you're going to say people are going to sponge and not work and stuff because of healthcare or whatever, and it's like, yeah, but everyone you're talking about lives in the capitalist society, therefore they're, you know, they're a product of it. All of this advertising that we have, you know, and unethical business practices. You know, like when I grew up, right? When I grew up, I probably saw more adverts for loans than I don't know what else, something else. You know, Nickelodeon is a kids channel. What do they advertise? Loans. They advertise loans and debt consolidation. You know, just not right. Avnoir says, can we stop with the politics? I came here to watch Minecraft. You're watching Minecraft. You're also listening to politics. Hey, do you know what I'm going to talk about? What I want to talk about. I know some people like it. Some people are coming back. It does worry me, though. It really does worry me. Like, I am someone... I never sit there and go, I don't want to talk about this. Like, what worries me is that people want to turn off from being educated on this stuff and, like, knowing what to say and think. Because, like, that's the big distraction. You know, everyone wants to tune out. Oh, yeah, you know, the world's run by greedy people. Oh, give me my Game of Thrones. Do you know what I mean? Give me my Minecraft. It's like, yeah, we can look away all the time, but that's the problem to me. I'm always going to talk about it and be engaged. It's no burden for me to talk about this stuff. I know it's heavy. I know it can be a bit sad or depressing sometimes. And I think it's important to talk about it and not to avoid it, because if we all, imagine if every single person did that just every single time it came up. And I'm not saying you specifically, who commented a moment ago, is like this, but you know, there's lots of people that don't like to talk this. Imagine if we were all like that. How bad would the world be if people always looked the other way? You know, oh, don't talk about politics. I want to play with my mud and sticks, which is literally what some people play with in parts of the world. Now that I say it. Let's get some lime clay and start working on the next bit. Mr. Dan Jack says, politics is an important thing to talk about and people should want to be educated. Yeah, I agree. Definitely people should want to, like, at least know their opinions well, or know how to discuss these things, or know how to learn. I think it's a little bit worrying when people just want to look the other way and, I want to be entertained, you know. It's, yeah, how long do you want to do that for? Because the world changes around you all the time and people need to talk to one another. I just listen and look you talk about something that has to do with the game, but I'm doing score now online while listening. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, you might be watching in terms of just listening. Grindelwolf says, I like playing with mud and sticks. I used to play with mud and sticks when I was a kid. Me and a friend used to build little cities out of them. Right, anyway, we've got to clean up this inventory. And it's always a pain to clean out the inventory, because I'm terrible at these chests. I'm going to throw things away now. I'm just... whatever. I know I could keep some of those items. They're not terribly value. One bit of gravel. Let's have a look. One bit of oak. Over there you go. Right, and I don't know where to put this cobble. We need like an extra chest for cobble now. I'm going to put it down here. There we go. Right, so now the inventory looks far better and more equipped and suited for doing this stuff. Ruoskaruo says, X, I understand you think it's important to talk about stuff, and I respect this. This is your stream, and you can talk about whatever you feel. Be interesting to talk, but sometimes it's just not interesting for others. It isn't always just wanting to look away and ignore these issues that are. That's very true. That's very true. It could just be a case of not being interested in it. You know, I guess maybe I'm a bit more passionate than the average person. Whenever it comes up, it usually grips me, you know. Whenever there's someone talking about this sort of stuff, I go, oh, and just start listening. Like, that's me. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm a bit harsh there saying that people are turning the other eye. But at least that's, you know, some people do that. It's just, yeah, I'm not right to make such a broad assumption there. What do you think about Terraria, as long as we're talking about important stuff? Played it before on the channel. Videos are on the second channel, and probably not going to play it again, to be fair. I made enough here, actually, to make... Oh, hi. To make a full stack, right? Or a full setup, or a full whatever this is. I don't know. I did. There we go. We're going to go... We need more than that to finish this thing, I reckon. We need way more than that. We need to get some cactus going here. Let's... I've got some cactus somewhere. Is it this chest? Hi. There we go. That's going to get smelted. Put it into our fancy chest, which I can't open for some reason. I don't know why. We're going to go this way. Quayne Acres says, I'm well educated on the subject and track politics, but second and third hand information on a stream I usually want to relax isn't what I look for while on vacation. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. But, you know, I have the right to talk about what I want to talk to. I don't do it all the time. You know, I don't get any complaints when I just do Minecraft, which makes sense. But I can't talk about Minecraft forever. I play this game every day. It's crazy. Brantifor says, I noticed your cup of tea went missing from your chest. The biscuits were still there. Yeah, I used it by mistake the other day. And then later on I thought about it. It was like, that was a renamed item. That was supposed to be in the little thing. Mouse the Original says, here in Czechoslovakia we have really good healthcare, and I would even go as far to saying that is actually a pretty good country to live in. The thing that bogs me down with the US is that debt is so big they can't afford it, and they can ever pay it off, but they will survive and rule the world because it is their army and countries that are scared of them. Maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that, but debt is wealth, and that's a whole other discussion. There's a whole other discussion. Seductive Mother says, X, what's your stance on the Muslim refugee crisis? My stance would be let people in and help people. It's just the way I feel. To me, it's like, you know, think of all the cities and towns there are in the UK, in all the countries. Like, how many people is that per each town, per each city? Surely we can have a few extra people knocking around. Like, I'm happy for that. Like, I'm cool with that. It doesn't bother me. But I think other people, like, don't want to look for the humanity first. They want to come up with all the economic reasons not to do things. This is like wars. Like, I remember talking about wars. Wars are bad, and people go, oh, but, you know, technology, you know, all these good things came from wars. I'm like, yeah, but you also killed a lot of people. It's like, do we really need to get to the next step so fast? Is it really important that... you know, technology is booming or whatever? Let's have another war, you know? Then we'll have a PlayStation 5 in 2 years or something. I'm not saying that PlayStation comes from war. It's just one of those things. I can't think of anything specific. I don't know, the cars... Yeah, like motor engines probably came from, you know, the development of tanks in wars, and there's other things as well that have come as the benefit of a war, I guess you could say. But it's the same thing, it's just... But it's not worth the cost. It's not worth the cost, is it? Yeah, you know, we can drive cars faster. It's not worth the cost. In my opinion. I'm not saying that you can't talk about whatever you want on stream. I was just showing a little support for the other side. It really bothers me. I'd be doing something else, says Quinn Acres. Alright, alright. I get your point. Yeah, I understand it. I waffle on, right? I just sit here waffling. Blue Clad Crafter says, Assumer, why don't you put the clay in your offhand and the pick in your main hand? I'll just put the clay here, it's fine. I do need to use the middle click though. Man, we're going to go through this so quick. I wonder if there's more in the chest down below. Oops, that pigman, he bumped me and he made it go wrong. Oh, bam, middle click. Shango says this is my first ever Asuma stream. Welcome, buddy. Hypersnipe says you're right, after World War II, cars were built with Spitfire engines. There you go. Is it sad that modern oh, let's have a look. Is it sad that modern computers, where did it go? Come from war? Cracking the Enigma machine. There you go, yeah, that's a great example of what I'm talking about. It's like, yes, computers are great. Did we need to have a war to get these now? Like, let's say you had the power to make the decision, alright? No World War II, no computers until the year 2100. I ain't got a problem with that. I think people, when it comes to technology, look at it in a particular way. I look at it like this. If you didn't grow up with computers, you wouldn't care. Like, you don't like walk around itching for the microchip that they're going to put in people's heads in you know, 50 years. Like, that's not how people work. You're a product of the times. You're of your environment, you know. People in the Jesus ages, what? Knocking around when Jesus was knocking around. I'm using deliberately silly talk. They weren't sitting around waiting for the iPhone. Oh no. They were going down to the Colosseum for a good old stoning, you know. So this whole argument of the benefit of war bringing us technology, to me, is just silly. It's like we don't have to rush to get to places. This is a new donut, says Dragorn. This is the second donut. No, it's the same donut. We need more Cold Wars, says Scalvaran. Interesting point, because apart from developing nuclear warheads and stuff, Cold Wars did breed competition in a good way. Like in sports and stuff, it definitely helped excel particular things. Leah Ben says, yes, watching the History of Japan video on YouTube. That is a hilarious video. Oh, and I'm not middle clicking, I'm terrible. Dennis Story says it costs money, people and resources to have a war X. Exactly, what a waste. Like, all that destruction. You know, all that wasted life. And what about the environment? You know, the environment suffers heavily in the war, all the bombs and stuff. Like, I'm fascinated by World War II and 1 and watch a lot of stuff about it, you know, like History Channel documentaries. And I'm like, they're talking about all, like, you know, all this death and stuff. I'm like, what about the environment, man? They're like shelling the hell out of the environment. It's like the environment has no say at all in a war, it seems like. I mean, they might think, all right, we captured the enemy, prisoner camps, feed them, but it's like nothing for the war. If we lifted with rocks, we'd be a lot happier and dumb. Alpha John, I'm not quite sure where you're going with that. Jolie Create says, I don't quite agree with you, X. I sort of think that good and bad are the same side of the coin, and that you can't have one without the other. By that I mean, in order to see the best in society, you will also see the worst. That's an interesting point. I like what you're saying. Yeah, like, we have to learn from our mistakes, maybe, and maybe, you know, that's evidence of something that's happening right now. As time goes by, people get more progressive, more accepting of other people and their differences, and there is definitely less war or violence. Like, society's a lot less violent. Now it's more violent through media. Look at this, we can make some more. Let's do just that. But yeah, anyway, going back to it, like, I still think maybe you missed my point a little bit. To put it clearly, like, from war comes a progression, and then some people say that, you know, that's a good product of war. My point would be that, like, we don't have to rush to the next phase, you know, if the cost is life. Something like that. Kill Matt says, I'd rather let the environment die than a person, X. Well, that's an interesting statement, because we are the environment as well, you know. Everything's natural. If you'd rather let the environment die, the environment supports the person. I think with many people living in cities, they forget that, you know, you get detached from nature and realise you entirely live off of nature. Rabator says, I agree with you, but we do not need any more wars. But the capitalist need wars to work. Yes, they do. You need to fight people with guns as well as to get inflation less. In order to get rid of wars, we need to change our lifestyle as well as of sense out of environment. Yeah, I think I sort of understood you there. Control 64 says, wow, the environment dies, we all die. Exactly. Sir Sparkle says this is so gay. If you don't like it, tune out. You don't have to waste your time with this nonsense. Have you ever travelled to Portugal? No, I haven't been to Portugal actually. Sumer is awesome says, will you ever stream on YouTube? I can't, unfortunately. I have a Twitch partnership. Hang on, I've got some background noise here. Alright. Let's keep doing this. The moderator saying gay is a slur. Come on now. It's still a slur. It's still used as a slur, I guess. It just amuses me these days, like people getting upset. Here's me getting upset with my wars. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. This is what happens when I have to waffle for hours. Not story mode, says the cookie active. Nope, we decided not to do that because it costs money. What are you building and what have I missed? Says D Narsby. You missed a lot of stuff, I guess. A lot of stuff, and we're building the donut farm again. Hey, you are currently #1 on Twitch Minecraft. Awesome, thanks for letting me know. How do you figure out how many uses your tool has left? F3 and H, I believe, brings up that little number down there. Obviously, we need a war. War is historically a successful development, says Joe_we. No idea what you're saying there. No idea. Wars happen. I mean, millions of people dying to me isn't development. That's going backwards. Should I buy Minecraft, says AGaming7112. Yes, you absolutely should go buy it right now. It's an amazing game. Best game ever. X, do we need any martial arts? I'm a brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, I think martial arts are fantastic. I think you have to look at what martial arts is about. Sometimes it depends who's teaching it, probably. A lot of it can be about self-discipline and self-protection, as opposed to being on the offense, and I think that's a really good thing. Plus, it's active. It keeps you moving. It's, you know, a skill. You're learning to do something. To me, it's all positive. It's good for your body and comes with some good ideas in terms of mentality and morality as well. And that, again, I'm saying that might depend on who's taught you, because I've seen stuff about martial arts, you know, where the people teaching it are into this whole, you know, peace philosophy, and it's about self-defense and body and mind, you know. So it all sort of depends. Yeah, there might be some people that teach it. They're like, right, let's go kick butt, you know. And I'm like, no, that's not cool. So who knows? Middle click. Yep, I know. I'm forgetting a middle click. Everyone's telling me. Should Minecraft have mob wars? If it's in a game, a war is probably not such a bad thing. It's just entertainment to some extent. Not being rude, but I'd rather have someone die rather than the environment, because the environment is the reason that we are living and thriving. Absolutely. Well, I'd rather have us all live, but that's not how the environment works. A part of you know, life is death. Everyone understands that to some extent, but you know, death in cycles. Like, we are part of like, I think it's 90. Sorry, there are 99.9999% of species that have lived on this planet and died, and we will eventually join them. Like, time will do that. Time and life on this planet is just a cycle of life and death over and over again. That ain't depressing. That's incredible. That's an amazing thing that's happening, and we're a part of it. We're experiencing it. But yeah, it's just crazy to think like that, because it's so easy to think just, hey, here's me now, I'm alive in this time, and not think about like the bigger picture, like this lengthier existence of part of being, you know, a human here on this planet. Sometimes you don't even think, yeah, we got cities, we got cars. There's no way like we can survive, you know, nature itself. See, there you go. Shane says, whoa, morbid. I don't get that. I don't get why it's morbid. Like, to me, it's kind of incredible and beautiful and just absolutely amazing how things work, you know. And it's not morbid at all to me. X, what do you think about war-based games? I'm not a big fan. To me, they're like murder simulators. When they go to like realism levels, you know, like Doom. Come on, killing like evil alien demons from hell. I mean, that's just pure fantasy. But these games where you you know, gun down soldiers from a war or whatever, that's just, I'm not too keen on those. Also, movies like that as well can be a little bit much to stomach. We also got a resubscribe. Oh my god, I think I've missed loads. 2 months in a row, Sniper1974, thank you for resubscribing. Also, BertieJ373, 14 months in a row, over a year, absolutely epic. And Simon for 8 months in a row. Thank you for all the resubscribes. And take my apologies. Take them, please. Take them away and bury them, because I have been waffling on and missing your stuff. Besides other hermits, do you watch other YouTubers? Absolutely, I watch a lot of YouTube. Lots of different stuff on there. Saturday says, I feel like Asuma is going to go to some school with a knife and be like, we must join the other species that are gone. No, that's... I mean, that might have been a joke. If it was, it didn't tickle my funny bone. No, that's not how I feel. I have no feelings or urges to do anything of the sort. None at all. Is it Zenvia says... Oh, Zenvia? Is that it? Zenvia? I like that. Would you sacrifice the life of an innocent person to save the life of 5 others, Asuma? Wow! Now you're getting deep into it. That's always a great question. That really is. It's one of the hardest ones to answer ever, man. Like, philosophers have like mused over that thought for ages. I think it depends on the environment and the situation. Like, let's say you're running towards right, there's 2 bombs that are going off, right? There's 2 courts, one on your left, one on your right. 2 bombs are going to go off at the same time. You can run into one, get everyone out of there, shatter them, everyone will move out, and you'll save it, but you won't be able to get back across to the other one to then go, alright, everyone get out of this one. You can only pick one. Now, when you've got that choice, numbers is probably what it will come down to. You'll probably look over and you'll go, okay, you know, 10 people here, 5 people there. Let's go over there, right? Okay, you saved it. But now, what if these 10 people are elderly, okay, and the 5 people on the other side are young? Then what are you thinking? Like, how can you say who deserves to live? Don't even know. What if the one person you have to kill the 5 other complete strangers? Oh, okay. So you're saying what? Oh, that's an interesting trashy rubbish. Interesting point. So trashy is saying, okay, let's say you literally have to make a choice. 1 person here or 3 people there. But you know who the one person is. They're one of your best friends. Or maybe it's even more than that. Maybe it's like 1 person here and 20 people there. You know, I'm sure that would influence you as well. It's a fascinating question. X, did you know that birthdays is good for your health? It is proven that people with more birthdays live longer. Keep calm and stop old memes. That's an interesting username. Isn't that keep calm an old meme? I think your username will one day end up being an oxymoron. Believe it or not. What do you think of Tom Scott videos? I saw your comment on a recent one. He's a fantastic video creator. Really impressed with his stuff. When I found that guy's channel, I like binge watched it. You know, you're like, man, this guy knows his stuff. Let's watch all of his stuff. Very cool. Someone said, why would you want to be in that position in the first place? You wouldn't. No one would want to be it. That's a really good point to bring up, though. If it isn't obvious, no one would want to be in that position. But it's like, it's the what would you do if you were. And it will happen. It will happen. Someone somewhere, something similar will happen, you know. I don't know, maybe a fireman going into a building. You can, you know, this building's going to collapse. Do I go into this room or that room? You know, who's in each room? How many people can I save? It happens. Like, it is a thing. What do you think of Frank Jev C? Very funny bloke, very funny. Do like his stuff. I love it. I love the way he pronounces stuff in Fruity Loops. Do you know Ragnar Lothbrok, says Kyan Frayne. Yeah, he lives down the road from me. No, he doesn't. That was a terrible joke. That was a terrible joke. You know what happens to people that make terrible jokes? It sounds like someone is snoring in the background right now. Yeah, sorry, there's been a lot of background noise. I can't do too much about it. Peeps, it's been a great live stream. We've done a two-parter and a little bit of story mode, but I have to go. Hope you enjoyed all of the chit-chatting and the opinion-dividing stuff. It's always a bit of good fun. Don't take it too seriously. And bam, we're going to do a raid. Let's go see who's streaming. Don't go anywhere. I want to say thank you to all the peeps who donated and followed during this live stream, and all of you for hanging out in chat, and all of you who didn't hang out in chat and just watched and were silent. It's quite alright. And we're raiding my friend Cube Hamster because Cube Hamster is streaming, and we're going to go do that right now. So thank you for watching, peeps, and go over to his channel, give him some love hearts, say X-Raid, whatever you want to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.